My oh my, hello ladies and gentlemen, I am of course PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer, and I am feeling really great actually, which is a little bit surprising considering the fact that I was sadly, yes it is a bad announcement, unable to make my Planetary Annihilation video. Yeah, you remember how last time I said something along the lines of, you know, I don't remember what exactly I said, but basically I was saying that, yeah, the new video will be here hopefully soon and whatnot, assuming everything will go right. I should not have said that because obviously everything went wrong. The newest patch, I have really big problems with it, I have no idea why. For some reason it basically makes my CPU, it just uses up all of it for nothing basically. I have like 1 frame per minute and I have no idea what is happening, seriously. It's only ever since the newest patch, because before this weekend I was fine, so it's very annoying. And of course that's my bad luck. So yeah, I figured I'm just going to stop trying because I've been trying for yesterday's whole evening and today's whole evening. Right now it is 23 PM, not, well obviously it is PM, but it is 23 in the evening and I was trying since, what was it? I don't remember. I tried for a couple of hours, couldn't do a thing really. I guess I'll try again tomorrow. If it doesn't help, then I'll beg for help of the developers and maybe post it on the forums and see what happens. Maybe it will fix itself by tomorrow. Maybe it's just my internet, though I doubt this is the case, honestly. Yeah, because it is my CPU that is actually being overly used, yeah. Anyway, let's end the 10. As you can see, I started the production of Circus Maximus, which is just about dry, because I need to get a little bit more happiness. Of course, I will get my circus in Jeonju relatively soon, but I need more happiness than that if I want to settle a new city, and I certainly do. Also, it will reflect to my current emotions, because... yeah, why not? I mean, extra gold for iron that I'm not really using anyway, why not? Also, Circus Maximus will reflect on my emotions quite well because I'm feeling rather great. Why? 2 reasons. First of all, YouTube Music Awards. In case you're unaware, Girls' Generation, also known as Sonia Shide, who I am a huge fan of. If you know anything about me, then you know this already. They kinda won Video of the Year. Music Video of the Year award, which is huge, and because, you know, the votes were counted, everybody could vote as many times as they wanted and it all mattered, and you know, we had to share a specific small teaser video and this counted as a vote each time we shared it. And oh great, I got a new spy, that's good. And well, just to tell you how badly we won, turns out that the second closest video to win had about 30,000 shares. Our video had... no, 300,000 shares. I got it wrong, sorry. But our video had 3,300,000 shares and something. So, yeah, the power of the Solons is here again. And where do I want to place the spy, rather. Not too sure, because in London apparently it doesn't work. Maybe I'll try York. I doubt that there are any spies in York. And maybe it will be less defended as the result. I do need a spy though. Although placing this guy in Monaco would help me a lot. I think I'll rig elections a couple of times and then I'll move into York. Anyway, and the other cool thing is that Girls' Generation latest single, it's a Japanese song unfortunately, but it's actually really good. I really do enjoy it. Obviously, it is a Sonia Shide's song, so there was hardly a possibility that I wouldn't enjoy it, but I enjoyed it more than expected considering it's a Japanese song. It's titled My Oh My, so that's why I started this video saying My Oh My, obviously, and it's really cool. I like the concept, I like the tune, I like the everything. I don't like it because, Casimir, I would rather not be conquered by your tourism alone, so thank you but no thanks. Also, I did not prepare Piotr Franceski's, you know, voice from, let's say, Baldur's Gate to play it to you so that you can get an idea of how a good Polish actor sounds like, because I'm too focused on Sonia Shide, aka Girls' Generation right now, and I think if any of you is a big fan of some kind of music of a band, then you can probably understand me. Oh, but you have to be a really big fan. I mean, previously, before I knew Sonia Shide, my favorite band was Godsmack, and I was a big fan, at least I thought I was a big fan, and I really was. I still liked them a lot. Don't get me wrong. But it's nowhere near as much as I love Sonia Shide. So yeah, there we go. I can actually purchase something with faith, and to do that I'll go, actually, I could purchase a couple of monasteries, or a couple of other thingies of magics. I guess I'm trying to say missionaries, or how they call it? Conquistadors? No, Inquisitors, there we go, that's what I was trying to say. But no, monasteries might be more beneficial to me since I have so much incense. This city, however, doesn't have any access to incense, while Pusan does, so let's build a monastery over there, and I'll be happy with that. Now, you might be surprising that I'm actually not bothering to make a city over here just yet. That's because I'm waiting for the Circus Maximus to finish up. Because if I make a new city, then I'll be unable to continue working on Circus Maximus, because I need to have you know, Colosseum in all my cities in order to get Circus Maximus. And I need it badly, because without it, yeah, I'm in a bit of trouble. Then I'll try going for Leaning Tower of Pisa. I know it's probably stupid. I mean, let's be honest, I'm probably not going to be able to get it in time, but I'll try, and I believe that trying is important. I also need a lot of other structures, like university. It is incredibly important that I do get it, but I just want League Tower of Pisa. Is this so difficult to understand? I don't think it is. I really do not. Anyway, I'm coughing. And I like how I had to explain to you that I'm coughing when I was coughing, and it was pretty obvious that I was coughing. Wow. And I said all this on a single breath after I coughed, which is kind of impressive, at least to me. Anyway, what I'm also going to do is probably turn off production focus, since it is actually, no, you know what, I'll leave it on, since then it will take me less time to make Leaning Tower of Pisa, but I'll also turn on manual specialist control, since I do want all of my specialist slots to be filled, because as my Korean bonus I get extra science for each specialist, and specialist is basically you know, a citizen that is occupying a slot provided by some kind of city improvement, for example workshop or Riders Guild. So as you can see, I'm earning 6 science per turn just because I'm also gaining other stuff. So that's a good deal, and I would like to do it, even though it cost me 1 turn of Leaning Tower of Pisa. But let's face it, somebody is going to get it before me. Actually, I think that Leaning Tower of Pisa is quite recognizable. I think I could see if somebody else is going for it or not. So as soon as I start going for it, I'll have a good look at this Leaning Tower of Pisa, so I can see, you know, how it looks like. I mean, I think I remember how it looks like, but I'll see how it looks like during construction, and then I'll look through the other people's capitals to see if they are actually going for Leaning Tower of Pisa as well. They are probably going to go for Leaning Tower of Pisa. AI oftentimes do, but they tend to prioritize Globe Fear just a little bit more. I know this from my personal experience, but it doesn't mean they do not go for Leaning Tower of Pisa. They do, they like it, since it is just so powerful that even AI knows that there's something you need to go for. Anyway, Buenos Aires is looking for a catcher, so yeah, and they also want Globe Fear. Yep, I'm not getting that, there's no way I'm gonna get it in time. Kizu is somewhere, and I could care less about Kizu, so, oh, it's actually quite close, huh? Maybe I can do something to appease them, but not until they give me a quest or something, so I'm gonna hold on to that. Hey, go away, Monaco, I do like it, I mean you, and I'll try to make you my ally, but until then, I don't have much to do with you. Now, Busan, I kinda want to make this artist guild, but at the same time I should save wonders for my capital, because there, that's where they will be most effective. So I guess for now, I mean, artist guild is necessary, but no. I need to focus on something. I need to focus on getting back on track with science. I'm gonna get university, and this is the same thing that I'm going to do in Jeonju as well, as soon as I get the possibility to do so. Do I even have a library? Holy Toledo. Jeonju doesn't even have a library. It has nothing. Can I purchase something like... but almost nothing. I can purchase an aqueduct or something. But I would rather not do this, because this city right there, it is surrounded by desert. And I'll need a couple of improvements to be, you know, purchased in order for the city to actually be any good. So I'm going to save my money to use it on the city. Or I could save this money to actually purchase a university in my capital, but I need quite a bit of gold for that. Then again, I'm earning also quite a bit, so that's, I guess, alright. Also, I forgot to turn my timer on. Good job, Soph. Now I have no idea how long this video cast is, but I have the general idea, which I guess is fairly important. Alright, my dear missionary, I guess you can enter this tile. It doesn't really matter at all, I'll be honest with you, since I only want to spread my faith to this city that I'm about to make right here, but still, we might as well and maybe, I don't know, go for a sun bath, since, you know, it's a desert, so maybe they'll get the skin something. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. Koreans love white skin. I mean, that's the idea of beauty. So, Oh, good. We're all friends now. That's amazing. So, honestly, I'm torturing these people because right now I'm getting them this horrible skin color that they do not like, and they probably hate me for it. Honestly, though, I actually understand the fully. In my eyes, the ideal beauty, I mean, the ideal skin color is, at least when we talk about Asian people and white people for obvious reasons, but it is as white as possible. I just love it. Especially, I'm talking mostly about girls, okay? I love it when they have perfectly white skin. And if you have a problem with that, then I'm sorry, but that's just my personal preference. So there we go. Anyway, I can find a new city since I just made my new, how's it called, Circus Maximus, that's right, which gave me extra 5 happiness, so I should have enough to make a new city and be able to sustain the happiness for long enough to actually gain some more Colosseums and whatnot, which is very important. So Ottomans and Poland are now friends, and nobody cares that I was denounced by England. I'm really surprised they ever did, but whatever. Let's waste a lot of my conversion power to spread my faith to Spiraling Jelly. Not Spiraling Jelly, that's my deity. To Daegu, I mean. And also what I'm going to do in their words, that's a fairly good question. I do need a lot of food, and the only place I'm getting this food from are sea towns. Then again, I'm saving for this university. You know what? Daegu is going... It will do just fine, I'm sure of it. Now I need to purchase some kind of structure to make it better, but until then let's start working on Monument. I want to purchase it anyway. As for you to say, I cannot even make a farm anywhere. Wow, that's kinda sad, but I could improve this incense provided that I gain access to it. How much does it cost? 40 gold. I'm earning about 40 gold per 10, slightly less, but you know what? I am willing to do that at the very least. Improving this incense. Oh, actually, it's only going to give me 1 gold. That's lame. I thought it was going to give me more. Well, no matter. I will deal with that. I'll need to make sure that Daegu has more food though relatively soon, because right now I'm just wasting happiness with the city. That said, you know, at least I have another city settled over there, and everybody knows that it is my territory. Ottoman might be displeased with my city placement, but I don't think he will make a big fuss out of it, if you know what I'm trying to say. I think he's got a fair amount of room for him to expand, and I do not really think he's playing as the expansionist kind of guy, but we can cross-check that right now. Global Politics, what did he... Hey, go away, Hong Kong! What did he go for? I clicked on Pedro, didn't I? I totally did. Go away, Pedro. So, now I clicked on Shoshone, but it was with right mouse button, so it doesn't matter. Tradition, yeah, so he didn't go for liberty. I don't think he cares much about, you know, expanding. He did go for piety, surprisingly enough, and he grabbed Great Mosque of Diane! Why? He doesn't even effing have his own faith. He just stole it so that I wouldn't have it, let's face it. Whatever. Also, I cannot help but notice, but I'm somehow now on -1 happiness. How? Because some kind of deal ended. Alright, met Hong Kong, and deal with Casimir, that's another problem. He likes me enough to actually renew this deal.
Pozdrawiam cię.
A ja ciebie nie. Może naucz się koreańskiego, bo w tym języku brzmi szczerze lepiej niż po polsku.
dalej.
Polski jest koszmarny, naprawdę, so I mean. Anyway.
Porządku.
No, not w porządku. You have no idea how to speak Polish. I mean, you do. You speak Polish, okay, but it's really quite far away. I read a very interesting article which explains why, technically speaking, Polish language is actually the most difficult language to master. And the reason why somebody said so, it was a team that was gathering some data and whatnot. I didn't really did too thoroughly, I'll be honest, but I did have a good read of it. And apparently, according to the data that I got, in order for a kid to learn a Polish language truly well, as in to be considered a native speaker that really knows how to speak Polish, right? It takes them 16 years, which is the longest time that it takes for any child in any other country to learn their own language fully. By fully, you know, I'm not talking about something like, I like this soup, mom. I'm talking about really being able to use your language in a proper way. And a lot of Poles, actually, I know this from experience, unfortunately, have big problems even using Polish correctly, because Polish is this kind of language that is actually really quite easy to learn, because I know it from a lot of, you know, outsiders, wow, foreigners that try to and learn Polish, and they can speak it relatively well. But I'm yet to find a foreigner that is really good or exceptionally good, or just really good with Polish. I mean, we do have a language that is easy at first, but then it gets progressive more and more difficult, to a point where it just gets absurdly difficult. I like it for it because it means that it is really It is a very powerful language when you want to write something. I mean, I'm a writer, as you may be aware, so that's one of the things I love the most about Polish, since it is just so powerful when we want to write down something. But when you speak, that's when this language falls flat on its face, because I'm gonna be honest, I do not particularly like the sound of Polish. No, I'm not even saying that it's difficult to speak in this language, because it really is, especially if you want to do it properly, but it's just the sound of it, I'm not too big of a fan. It doesn't sound particularly amazing, I gotta be honest, and it is way too difficult. I mean, seriously, I'm an effing writer, and I myself have problems with this language more often than not, okay? And I'm really not bad with it for obvious reasons, so it is not an easy language, no matter what you think. It is easy to learn, very difficult to master. Alright, new social policy is available, that's fairly good, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so here's the deal, I like aesthetics and patronage. In fact, going for patronage would unlock Forbidden Palace, which is fairly important because if you remember, Forbidden Palace does provide you to a very nice boost to unhappiness. I mean, it removes unhappiness from you, but I do not even have banking, and I'm pretty sure somebody else has patronage, so they will get Forbidden Palace before I do, and I don't really feel like rushing it even if I have a chance. So let's take a quick look. And actually looks like nobody went for patronage, but either way I don't think it is worth going for it, so I would much rather max out, you know, my rationalism tree. I mean, getting all those policies doesn't give you a lot, since it just gives you a free technology, but it is a free technology after all, and some of those things are fairly amazing. I mean, I don't really care too much about research agreements, since I'm probably going to reach a point where AI will not want to sign research agreements with me anymore, because they just don't like it. But free thought, for example, it is just so amazing. And same goes for sovereignty, and humanism is decent, and secularism. Ooh, this would just work so well with my Korea trait. But I really want free thought. You know what, I'll go... I do not have a lot of specialists anyway, so I think I'll go for this branch first, and then I'll go for the left branch. Just because I'm yet to gain a lot of specialists, unfortunately. That's a problem, but I'm trying to deal with it. Alright, let's make a monastery in Daegu, since it actually does have access to a monastery, so this is going to be largely useful. Let us also, first of all, queue up a little bit more tech. So after I get acoustics, what do I want next? A fair question. I'm not too sure if I know the answer to it just yet. I mean, observatory is nice, except I do not have a city next to a mountain, so it will be largely useless. So let's think about something better. Architecture could be nice. I mean, I don't think there's any way I can get Taj Mahal or Uffizi before AI. AI really likes Taj Mahal and Uffizi, I cannot blame them for it, but they almost always try to rush it. However, Porcelain Tower is amazing, and I'm guaranteed to get it, since AI, as I said in the previous videocast, almost never goes for rationalism. Also Hermitage, or whatever it's called, also going to be very useful, because opera houses are quite difficult to get since they're quite expensive for not a lot of profit, but at the same time getting this national wonder helps you a great deal and allows you to just get so much more social policies than you would otherwise get. Alright, Vancouver no longer cares about its quest, I don't care about it either, so F yourself, Vancouver. I do not mean it really loud, by the way. I would like to think Vancouver one day, if it didn't take me too long to actually get to it. What are those signs? Recruitment? What is happening over there? I guess maybe Ottomans are recruiting some pirates or something? I know. Oh, I just realized I'm about to go to war with Elizabeth because I said this. I told the Ottomans that I would. Oops, I forgot. Yeah, I better prepare. Alright, so first of all, let's make a mine over here, since I might as well. Secondly, I need some units. Oh, first of all, I almost forgot to make my university, which would have been bad. And there we go. As I said, at the start of the series, whenever you make, you know, science-related structure in your capital, then you immediately get a tech boost, which can be quite significant. Alright, making sure that my people are in those slots actually is going to delay tough piece about another turn, but I think I'm willing to do this. I'm also starving, which is never ideal, but I'm willing to do so. I have accumulated quite a decent amount of food, and as much as I desperately need to have more food in my capital so that it grows faster, I just want really to have pizza so much. How long will it take for me to starve to death though? -4 per 10, so it's more or less 10 tens. Well, that's ideal, isn't it? Yeah, I'm willing to go for that. Let's just starve. Why not? It's awesome being starved to death. No, it isn't. It really isn't. But let's pretend that it is. Alright. This desert can now finally be improved. It's not like I care, but I can improve it if I feel like doing so. Oh man, Sistine Chapel, that's like one of the best world wonders in the game. In fact, you know what? When Civ 6 comes out, it will come out one day, I think we all know this. When it comes out, you know what I like to see? World wonders that work in a similar way to how they work in this game, so only one civilization can have any particular world wonder, and if somebody else was working on it, then they lose progress and their time is gone. But you know what I would like? For every world wonder to be every world wonder should have a penalty associated with it. For example, if there was a Sistine Chapel wonder that gives you a lot of capture, maybe it would also lower your... I don't know what it should lower in this regard. Your something. For example, I don't know. I would like to see that every world wonder is specializing you towards a certain direction, so you can go for a specific set of world wonders that actually give you access to, for example, more faith but less science, or the other way around, which actually wouldn't make much sense. Or maybe something that gives you more happiness but way less gold, you know, this kind of things. So that we aren't stuck in a case where a single civilization just goes for every single world wonder there is and doesn't allow the other civilizations to get anything. Or rather, if a civilization does do this, then it suffers greatly because it tried to specialize in everything at once, and the penalties from world wars accumulate, and they basically make them a jack of all trades, and a pretty bad jack of all trades at that. So I would like to see something like this. I mean, having a penalty associated with world wonders would be amazing in my honest opinion. Anyway, those missionaries, I hope they are not... Go away, I don't like you, I hate you, I'm gonna ban your life if I get a chance to do it. Anyway, missionaries from Indonesia, can you please go somewhere else? If you try to spread your filthy religion to my powerful, amazing religion, then I'll try to kill you when they have so many missionaries. What on earth are they doing over here? That's crazy talk. Look at this, they're just going across my borders and whatnot like it's not even a thing. It is a thing, I do care, so stop doing whatever you're doing, Indonesia. You annoying bastards. I know I'm calling everybody bastards and I never change, it could be quite annoying, but I don't know how to offend people in any other way. Anyway, I get a technology boost from a research agreement that finished, that's fairly nice. I'm out of my piece of Buenos Aires, I could care less. Elizabeth is... industrial! Are you for real? I still have spear. She even has warriors, I would like to point out. And she's employing gatling guns. That's not even funny. This game is so lost. I'm Korea and I'm one of the worst civilizations when it comes to science. I think this goes to show that I'm about to be absolutely wiped out and I will need to start all this all over again. Which is a little bit of a shame, I have to say. Alright, you were provided Antagamara ended, and open borders ended, and he provided us gold. But I don't care about the gold anymore, so it's alright. Okay. So, yeah, it's good that I'll declare war on Elizabeth, except now she's like, sup, I've got a gatling gun. What can I do to her? I can just sit here and take the damage like a boss. I mean, I improved my spearmen so they take like 2 volleys instead of 1. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think it will go this well. Meanwhile, I also have to protect my northern border from Indonesians, and I think it is going to go really, really poorly. Let's actually move my warrior back to Jeonju. I do not need him on the south side of things because Ottomans are my friend. And if they are going to backstab me, then, you know, it will be the end anyway. Since they are the Poland and my last friends, my only friends really. And they are the only thing that is keeping me in this game so far. Because, you know, obviously I'm so far behind. In fact, how far behind am I? Go away, end of the 10. I want to look at the demographics. So, demographics. And... yeah, let's get this started. Why not try and pretend like we can kill Elizabeth, even though we cannot, honestly. Alright, so let's have a quick look. I'm the worst in literally everything except for land. I'm not too bad in terms of land. Oh yeah. And literacy. In fact, I'm only at 6th place instead of 7th. Yay. Also, it's really annoying because, obviously, that's really annoying. So what happened is Suleiman forced me to declare war now when it was AS 10, so Elizabeth gets the first shot at me. Very annoying. Fortunately, I'm in this fort which actually allowed me to survive an assault from London and from this gatling gun, which is rather amazing. So Yuri says, stay here and keep fortifying. Antwerp declared war on me, peace treaty with Elizabeth expired. Well, I know this, thank you. And she's no longer providing me with gold, and... Alright, she's no longer providing me with the gold. Oops. Oh well, I can deal without it. Suleiman has also declared war on her, which is good, but she made peace with Gaia Mara, which is slightly annoying. Especially since if she hadn't done this, then Gaia Mara would like me more. Because, you know, we would be fighting against a common enemy. And I didn't want this turn to end already. I was planning to do more things, but I guess I failed. No matter, no matter. And it doesn't look like I'm actually starving it so anymore. For whatever reason, I now have more food. Don't really know how it happened, but it did somehow. So, okay. That's interesting. Rather amusing. It's strange, but I'm not gonna, you know, be salty over this or anything. And look at the amount of ships that Suleiman has. It's kinda amazing. Anyway, my spearmen, my pikemen. I'm sorry, dear pikemen, you're so advanced and whatnot. You're still fighting, you know, gatling guns, but you're pikemen, so you can stand your own ground. Surely. Amusingly enough, gatling guns didn't actually fight. I mean, I guess they're terrified by the power of pikes. But, yeah, whatever, that happened. Great Rider! Yay! I'm coming back. I'm not. I really am not. Alright. First London conference is about to start. But luxury. No! You effing bastards. Alright. Let's have a quick look at my spy. He's about to rig elections, but I'm not going to let him do that. I need him. I need to transfer him to somebody else that I can convince to actually not to vote against banning instance. Alright, who's got the most delegates? I think we all have one each. That's a problem. I'll send him to somebody who otherwise wouldn't really like me. Or maybe I'll send him to Netherlands, actually. Or maybe Shoshone. I will send them to Shoshone. I think that's not a bad idea. Because I'm pretty sure that Casimir and Suleiman will back me up in trying to repel and not allow this ban instance to happen. Because if they ban instance, I'm dead. This is the only thing I've got going for me. Is it's this ginormous instant monopoly. If I lose it, I'm literally dead. There's nothing I can do about it. Also, Monaco likes me more, so I guess I do not even really need this spy over there that badly. So yeah, let's send my spy to the Shoshone as a diplomat. Where are you, the Shoshones? No, seriously, where are you? There you are. Diplomat, yes, and in a few turns I'll be able to make a deal behind the scenes with the Shoshone and convince them to help me not allow this horrible deal to pass. I can purchase a first section in Jeonju, which I will. I mean, monastery doesn't give me a whole lot of benefits in Jeonju, but it still provides me with bonus culture and faith, which are always nice to have. Alright, I've got a great rider, so how about we use him to create a great war?
I'm a gaucho, and take this from me, as my tongue explains it to you. For me, the Earth is a small place, and could be bigger yet.
Okay, thank you for this quote, dear Sarah, who's acting as the narrator of Civ 5 and is doing a splendid job at it. And what else is there to do? This worker is just... hold on a second, I can improve this marble, which I'll gladly do since it is some kind of luxury resource I actually do not have, and I could use it for very obvious reasons. Meanwhile, you just why don't you make more farms since, you know... actually, hold on a second, it would be better to make a quarry over here, I guess. Alright, so that's that. Busan, after you finish making university, I need more structures, I honestly do. But I think I also need some more military just to scare some people off. So how about I make a Huacha? It will take as long as making a crossbowman. And Huacha is just so much better when you look at combat strike. Of course, it does need to deploy, but other than that, it's just amazing and I need it. Also, I need cargo ships badly, but at this point in time when I'm at war and I'm at risk of fighting on two fronts, I need those Huachas quite badly. So yeah, there you go. Also, this video is quite long already, so I think I'm actually going to end it right here. It was obviously PANCZASU, the Mighty Mix Power, and you know the deal. Leave a like, leave a comment since I do like them a lot. Tell me how dead I am and tell me how bad I am. Again, I said the same thing over again, but whatever. Leave a comment of whatever attitude you want. It doesn't matter, since I'm actually having fun in those series. I would like to actually not lose this badly, and because being... I mean, I would like to lose by being destroyed by a powerful military, making this epic last stand. I don't want to be killed just by being left behind in terms of tech when I'm supposed to be ruling in terms of tech, which is quite annoying. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hate to smile apparently, which is not the truth because my oh my, I do like my oh my so very much. Thank you for watching again. See you online.